It's a couple of cold ones with Corey, and this week the co-host.
Hello.
God damn, man, what's going on? I'm surprised you agreed to do this with me. I couldn't get anybody else, so you last minute.
I know, that's why I felt bad for you, and I was like, all right. Corey begged and pleaded with me to do this.
I didn't beg and plead. I just
And
plugged
I was
you
like,
in, that's all.
I don't know. I'm kind of busy, but
Busy doing what?
I was reading my comics and watching my porn.
Busy just rolling around on a beam of green light? You ain't doing nothing.
That's what I do.
Yeah, Carlisle is sick, so he couldn't make it.
He's sick. What does he got? Diarrhea again?
Diarrhea of the mouth.
Oh,
Which ain't
damn.
no cure for that apparently, because he has it every week. But no, he was at Indiana Jones today, and he said
And he gave him diarrhea?
And yeah,
Wow,
I didn't touch him.
Was that good, huh?
Diarrhea. Yeah, the movie gave him diarrhea.
No, I saw it with you. Well, I won't say I saw it with you, but I saw it. I'll say I saw
know.
it with you just so I don't get in trouble.
Yeah,
But,
we'll just leave it at
we'll
that.
leave it at that.
I do not want you to jeopardize this
No,
operation we
no.
got here. Cause that's your thing to do the legal stuff.
That's
As much
right.
as I give Carlisle a hard time about pirating stuff.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Take it from me. Don't do it.
I'm
It
just
ain't
saying
worth the trouble.
You can't call everybody guilty you can't hold everybody accountable for the same reason.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
I'm not saying that's what you do.
And I don't do that, Corey. I wouldn't even know what you're talking about.
I'm pointing the finger at you though.
I know nothing.
Don't you get us in
I know
trouble.
nothing. I see nothing.
Don't you get in trouble by your not pirating.
Never heard of it.
Okay. All right. So
No eye patches on me, pal.
So every week, I don't know do you listen to this show at all?
You know what? I actually do. And I didn't get to listen to last week's because I know that there was a problem with part 1. And I'm not one to watch a part 2 without a part 1. So I guess you put it up and I missed it. So.
Everything has to be in order. Yeah, for
Yes.
some reason, a lot of people were waiting, and I put it up immediately as soon as I was done with it.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, the site just said, yeah, I ain't ready. I'm still listening to part 2. I ain't ready for part 1. So I had to go back and reload it, and then that's when it started processing right. So anyway.
No, I listen to them. So I listen to all the shows surprisingly now. So
oh man. Yeah,
what's wrong?
No, every week I forget to get the ice pack to cool off this computer because it starts making noises in the middle. Now, sing a song or something.
I
gotta
thought
go
you
get
had
the
a
ice
case
pack.
of diarrhea or something. You look like you're about to, crap your pants there. Well, how's it going, folks? Really? That well, huh? Seen any good movies lately? Oh, that sucks.
All right, that's good. Thank you. That was such
Eh?
engaging conversation.
You like how I improvised there?
No, I don't.
That's awesome. I should get some kind of payment for that.
I'll give you some payment. Come on then, crack this bottle upside your head. I am drinking a good beer tonight called Shiner Black Lager, and you have some motor oil over there. You all right?
Motor oil. Yeah, it's Pennzoil, my friend.
Black Lager and Pennzoil. For those of you in Texas, man, this Shiner Black Lager is new. It's called, and it's all fancy too. It's Bohemian Black Lager.
Are we getting paid to do an advertisement right now, Corey?
Yeah, we're getting, yeah.
Tell me how good it is.
We're getting paid to drink this beer that I bought.
It just runs around your tongue. Like Six Flags in your mouth.
I don't think I want Six Flags in my mouth. But, so, you listen to the show, so that every week we start out with the top 5.
Yes. Top 5. Now, I will admit to you, Corey, it's not my favorite part of the show. Sometimes it is, but other times, because hey, I'll be honest with you, I don't care about movie numbers. I mean, it's not putting any money in my pocket. But
I'm sorry, I know you. Yes, we are broke as hell, but that doesn't mean we can't.
Talking about other people's success, things we have nothing to do with. I just can't get into.
You were ruining that for me. Like you making me mad looking at all this millions of dollars that people are getting and ain't coming to us.
I'm sorry. That's how I think. I'm sorry. Pardon me, but no. If you want to talk, hey, let's do it.
So you just an envious son of a bitch, man. This is our format.
This is your turf.
Yeah, exactly. Now, either you're gonna be with the program or you're not.
I'm gonna be with it.
Okay, all right then.
All right, come on. Let's torture begin.
Let's start at number. This is gonna really make you mad. Let's start at number 5, which is Baby Mama. That movie about the
SNL and the SNL
Amy
chick.
Poehler and Tina Fey is her
Tina
name.
Fey, there you go.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry, Tina. We still love you.
Please forgive us. I'd still do you.
Are you a fan of 30 Rock?
I never watched one episode of that.
Really? You should. I've caught like 2 and they've all been great.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have it programmed in me to watch more, but I just happen to stumble on these things by accident. But what I do watch, it's hilarious. Cause I always stumble on Tracy Morgan. Anything with Tracy Morgan, I have to stop and watch the train wreck. And that guy is awesome on that show. And so is Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is just incredible on that show.
No, Tracy Morgan, I've actually walked in on that show and watched some of it. And Tracy Morgan is funny in anything he does.
Exactly.
What you mean?
That's how I do.
Yeah, exactly. You crazy.
You're crazy. Look at that.
You crazy, co-host. No, it's Baby Mama has been in the
I guess
top
that's a good
5
thing.
for 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks. Long time.
Tina Fey, I don't watch Saturday Night Live. Is she that popular that she draws people in like this?
I guess so. I'm not the biggest fan of Saturday Night Live at all, but I know whenever she's involved with it, I hear people just go ape shit over her.
Yeah, I mean, she's like a celebrity writer in a way.
Yeah,
she's mostly
she
a
is.
writer. Now she's...
Oh yeah, she's a great actress, and she can write comedy.
So yeah,
and 30 Rock proves it. I mean, you watch that show, and apparently it's all her. So
really,
yeah. At least that's what I was led to believe. Unless
yeah,
I'm wrong,
I guess that's what I'm thinking. She's a producer on there, so yeah, she does.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, the very talented woman. I mean, this movie hasn't made crazy money. It's like $47 million, but for somebody I thought wasn't really a big box office draw. So number 4, we got Speed Racer.
Yeah, did I tell you I saw this?
Oh, you eventually saw it.
I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, now everybody is talking about how this movie flopped.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it?
I thought it was advertised wrong. Looking at at least what I saw of the advertisements, it looked like they were trying to take it somewhat serious. Mm-hmm. But once you realize it's a kids movie, I think if it was targeted more for kids, it would have been really like a better received movie. But I had fun with it. It was nothing mind blowing. You were right. I agreed with your review. It was like watching a video game that you couldn't play.
Yeah.
And honestly, I thought the only real interesting part of that whole movie was the whole Racer X and his brother.
Because Matthew Fox is probably the best actor in that movie.
Matthew Fox was incredible in that movie.
But you know something? I totally agree with you, man. That movie was just advertised wrong. Because that's what I was saying last week. I said, I watched that trailer, the first one. I was like, that's going to be a badass movie, man. And then I started watching some stuff on a Cartoon Network. I said, man, this is nothing but a big old goofy kids movie.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not as interested anymore.
Yeah, they make sure to cut out all that crap where you see the dad like spinning around that ninja like a helicopter, and which, if I would have saw that in the original preview, I would have said, all right, that's just not for me. No,
to go up as a summer movie, a big blockbuster summer movie, I just don't think it had it in it to do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and
it was just way too long for a Speed Racer movie. There's no reason for it to be that.
For a kids movie, ain't no the Speed Racer, and it's a kids movie. Ain't no goddamn epic. They could have
epic time 3 hours or whatever.
Not to mention, you got those scenes where got that British dude. If you don't do what I say, you'll never race, you'll never live, you'll never drive a car again. And I swear that my company will earn money to get you out of here. It's like, come on, man.
All right.
God
and
damn,
I was like,
man.
well, okay, now if this was supposed to be a kids movie, every kid's gonna be looking at their mother and father like, what the fuck is going on, Dad?
Yeah, because I think I heard a 3-year-old kid ask somebody, what the fuck is going on, Dad? Come on, Pops. I don't want to watch this shit. So anyway, let's go up to number 3.
All right.
Which is the movie that they eventually said beat Speed Racer last week, which is What Happens in Vegas. You and I did that review together.
Yes,
you didn't see the
did.
movie.
No.
But
I don't want to see it. I still don't want to see it. I don't care what number it's at. I just don't care.
And I'll tell you, I saw it as we did the review together, and it's not a terrible movie, but definitely it shouldn't be right up there in the top 5 this long. I don't think come on, man. It's an Ashton Kutcher movie with Ashton Kutcher just doing Ashton Kutcher.
And I think it's that, that target group that we're unaware of, where people will go solely for Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz, I guess.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming is just nothing but chicks.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what it was. I mean, it's that counter.
And you get enough chicks, begging and pleading their boyfriends to do shit for them.
Well, I tell you, man,
the guys are going to give in and go, all right, if I want to get laid, I better go check out this.
No, man, this is counter marketing at its best. I mean, because that's what they did. They said, we got a big budget movie, Speed Racer. Right. We got this romantic comedy, this small romantic comedy. But here's the deal, man. Speed Racer has made $24 million right now. Mm-hmm. Roughly, $24 million. Now, what happens in Vegas has made $40 million now. And I tell you, some Speed Racer, you know how much that movie cost to make?
I'm sure more than what it made.
Hell yeah, it
The
cost.
whole damn movie was in CG.
I heard it was rumored to cost $150 million.
Yikes.
Somebody's getting their ass whooped right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised those guys didn't get their ass whooped for the last 2 Matrix films. God knows how much those movies cost, and I don't think they did as well as expected.
Yeah, the Wachowski brothers who did Speed Racer, yeah.
Right.
I don't know, man. All I know is somebody.
Yeah,
an executive somewhere is having like an intern killed or something.
Exactly. Somebody's losing their job.
Yeah, it's in that job. Somebody's losing their head over
losing their ass.
Somebody's getting their legs broken. Don't forget that.
Hey, that'll teach them a lesson, Hey, don't make dumbass movies like that.
You said you liked it, man. Come on. So, at number 2, falling down from last week is Iron Man.
Iron Man?
What? Iron Man? Now, that's something you know about right there.
Oh my God. This movie should be number 1 for the next, 5 weeks until Batman comes out at least, right?
I guess you're not a big Hulk fan, huh?
No.
Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
We'll talk about that later.
It's, Iron Man, let's see, over this weekend it made $31 million. His total gross is $222 million, man. This is after 3 weeks.
Yep.
God damn, I didn't know that many people were crazy about Iron Man.
There are a lot of nerds out there, Corey.
I guess
a lot of geeks, a lot of nerds.
A lot of nerds with money. I mean, I'm thinking about if you had come up to me and laid out all these comic books in front of me, and let's say you got the Hulk, Spider-Man, Batman, and then
Thor.
You got Thor, and then you put down Iron Man, I would be like, Iron Man? What the fuck anybody want to see Iron Man for? No, that's the first one to go right there.
You know what? That's funny because I don't get some. I used to read Iron Man for a little bit, but I think the stories that I read in the Iron Man comics only dealt with him fighting his own personal demons. Those were the only stories I gave a crap about.
He's fighting the bottle.
Exactly, fighting the bottle, which I can understand. That's the only. Those are the only stories I could relate to.
He's at his Alcoholics Anonymous meeting in the Iron Man suit.
Exactly. But then when you look at his other villains, and the people he's usually battling, which are sorcerers and dragons and all kinds of other crap, it just doesn't make any sense. But I think I would pick Iron Man over a Captain America in a Thor movie any day. But it's
funny because everybody knows Captain America and Thor probably. I mean, if we take the general public, they probably know those two characters more than they know Iron Man, I would think.
Well, you mean Thor and Captain America?
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about not the nerds.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess no, because Thor always seemed like just like a dopey character to me for some reason.
That's corny, man. We'll talk about that.
We'll
Can you see Iron Man sitting there at the Alcoholics Anonymous? Oh, my name's I'm an alcoholic. No, hi, Iron Man.
That would not make an interesting movie.
I think it would.
You know what? It would for me. As far as the general public, which I'm still trying to figure out looking at, these top 5, you never know what those people want to see.
I think the next movie have Tony Stark go to Alcoholics Anonymous as Iron Man.
You know what? I'm down for that. I'm down for that. And, hey, let's see what happens. Let's see if anybody will be talking about a third one, after that.
I think he should be drunk and throwing up in
the third movie, Recovery. Oh, boy.
Like in when they had that view of him in the suit, like Robert Downey Jr., where you see him in the suit and you have that shot of him inside. I think you have like him throwing up in the suit. You can't get out of it because he's drunk.
You see vomit like swishing all around that view. Oh my God. Crashing in the buildings.
Yeah, he's trying to stop crime. You start. Anyway, so let's go on to, the number 1 movie this week.
Number 1.
Which is The Chronicles of Narnia.
The Chronicles of Nerdia.
Prince Caspian.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of people knew that this was going to be number 1. And they knew it was going to be the one to kick Iron Man out.
Of course.
It made $56 million. Yep. They expected the movie to probably be in the $60 million range. At least that's what the first movie opened up as. I think it had like an opening of $65 million. But this one didn't open up that high. But still, good money. Ain't Speed Racer that much.
I mean, I didn't think it was going to open up. I'm honestly surprised that they made a sequel this soon because I didn't really care for that first one.
Told you, I made a movie, man. I'm happy to get $5 for my movie.
I'm happy to get a quarter.
Exactly. Give me some cheese and crackers. I'll be all right.
But yeah, I mean, I was really surprised. mean, I'm not surprised that it came in number one. You know, you have the kids to thank for that. But just as far as like the demand for a sequel, because I mean, honestly, at least what I remember when I saw the original, I didn't hear too many people like speak too highly about it or even really care.
But you know something? It made the money.
I guess
so.
so.
You know, the money talks, and this is a series of books.
Yeah, and God knows what it made on DVD, which is also, I would imagine, a deciding factor.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was a demand for this after the first one, and they didn't expect the first one to do. I don't think they expected it to do as well as it did, but it blew up, man.
Yeah.
So we can expect pretty much a third one.
Hey, I guess that's good for the people who dig that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I forgot what the third one's called. They got some real nerdy names. The Dawn Treader or something.
I will not be seeing this.
Rise of the Dawn Surfer or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, so we movie did well. It was received okay.
Was it? I know you guys. I didn't see your review, but
I'll tell you, when I saw it, I enjoyed it just as seriously as a war movie. Because it really is a bunch of mythical creatures, and the special effects are incredible. Anybody who saw the review know, I'm just saying this over again to you, but special effects are some of the best I've seen in a long time, man.
Oh, really?
You got these people, human beings running along, minotaurs, and it's like Vietnam with mythical creatures.
Right. Wow.
Or the Civil War, and more appropriately, the Civil War. Let's just say you had the Civil War, and each side had some guys with horse bodies on there. You know, that's what the movie's like. A bunch of mythical creatures out there just fighting,
just beating the crap out of
you. Yeah, because they try to start out with a story. Prince Caspian is going to be assassinated. He must run away from the castle.
No.
And it's like, okay, all right. After that, it's just like, fuck it. Just have
fight.
fun.
Yeah. Everyone kick each other's ass. You know, didn't they try to do that in the first one? I thought that was the one thing that disappointed me, is that I knew that Weta Workshop was working on the creatures, or I don't know if they were working on the special effects, but I just wasn't that impressed.
It's bigger this time around.
It's way bigger.
It's like, because really last time they talking about, we're going to have a great war. It looked like they were on a soccer field.
Exactly. It looked so uninteresting and
it looked like
so not epic.
It looked like some people at the Renaissance fair in like some kind of cool ass costumes fighting each other on a soccer field. That's what it looked like. This one is a little bit bigger. This time they're on a football field.
They decided to spend some money, huh?
Yeah, a little bit more money this time. Yeah, so anyway, so that's this week's top 5.
There you go. Hey, I did it.
Nothing special there.
Got through it.
Got there. You didn't do so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. No, you're right. You're right.
Look at you. You're getting the hang of this.
Yeah, let me swig a drink here real quick.
How's that Pennzoil, man?
That's nice Pennzoil.
Oh man, I don't know what it is about you. You piss me off, but you make me laugh too. I think it's the only reason I keep you around.
Tasty beverage.
So here's what I want to talk about, man.
Let's do some
a few things. Damn, we're talking about. I see what you mean though about all this money that the movies are making, because I mean, I look at this, and then we got to look at China, where they had an earthquake.
Yeah,
and that's like 4 million people who are.
Exactly.
Who are homeless?
Are we even trying to give aid to those guys right now? Are we even?
Well, I know that the whole thing that's going on in Burma,
right.
Where they have all that cyclone that hit, and the people who are like they're leaders, because it's been taken over by military juntas, what they call it, and then those leaders are saying,
not at all.
You ain't bringing shit to these people. I think they're letting people have it now a little bit,
right?
But after people have starved and died and suffered, they're like, okay, now we'll let you. We're gonna, because you know how it is. They're like, we're gonna, as if you weren't down enough, we're gonna let this cyclone take a toll on you, and then we're gonna really fuck with you. Now that we know we're in control.
Exactly. I'm sure it's.
And so we tried to give aid to those people. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're giving aid to China too.
I hope so. Yeah.
But I mean, it's funny because we're sitting up here
talking. As
much
as people annoy me, it's stuff like that. Really.
Yeah, sucks. There's close to 5 million people homeless.
It's not and,
over in China.
Just trying to think of 5 million people, all stuck in the same situation is.
That's crazy.
You can't think about it. Yeah, it's. I mean, you just can't comprehend those numbers.
Well, we heard about hundreds upon hundreds of people in Katrina.
Yeah.
Suffering through that, and we're like, that's terrible. Now we got like millions of people over there.
I know.
And here we are talking about how much millions of dollars these movies are fucking made. I mean, because right now somebody in China is floating on a piece of wood talking about, walking around no home, sitting around a fucking trash can on fire, talking about fuck Prince Caspian.
Exactly. And you got big wigs over at the studio popping open bottles of champagne because their movie came out #1.
Yeah. Somebody over there, fuck Prince Caspian. Prince Caspian. I need some help.
Yeah. If only I could be the Bruce Wayne of the world and go, you know what? Just give all that money to those people over there.
Where's Aslan over here?
Where did this money come from?
Where's Batman, Iron Man, and Aslan the Lion helping us out?
Where did this money come from? It came from no one. Just take it.
Capitalism, man. I'm a capitalist, but capitalism is a bitch, boy. You doing all right, by the way? You're hanging in there?
Let me, I got these old cans here. Let me,
you need another Pennzoil?
I need to crack this open.
Trying to see what's happening in the world of entertainment today. I want to ask you something.
Ask me.
After the success of something like this Iron Man.
Yeah?
Now, am I crazy here?
You're crazy.
Well, we know that, but am I crazy here in thinking that the Incredible Hulk is just not going to do as well as Iron Man? I mean, I just don't see how it can possibly do as well.
I don't either. I think a lot of people were sort of burned on that last movie, that they're going to walk in with reservations, and some people will probably be scared that, I guess fans of the original, that they're not using the same actors, which, I've read comments that, people are upset about that. So,
I thought people would be happy about that. Because a lot of people said Eric Bana, who was in the last movie.
I thought the acting was really good in the first Hulk. It's just too bad there was a crappy story. They were getting too deep with that Hulk character, where he is a character that just basically smashes crap.
I know. And I felt like the Hulk should have been at a therapist's office, sitting down on that couch, like, talking to a therapist. I don't know why I'm so angry.
Well, watching that movie was like being in therapy.
I wanted to go to therapy after watching that movie.
I'm glad I don't have any daddy issues to get through. Because
I'm looking forward to this new movie.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I think I'll be more excited once I'm in the theater.
But how well do you think it's going to do?
If I sneak in the theater or if I watch it. But no, I mean, there's a lot riding on this film to be good. Especially now with all the crazy Avengers talk.
Yeah, everybody talking about they got some more cameos. I mean, we already know that Robert Downey Jr. does one.
I don't really. Am I the only one who doesn't really care about that stuff?
I don't care about cameos unless they're going to do something with it.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. If they really are planning on making, okay, people, so in case you don't know, they're talking about all these cameos that are being made in movies. We just mentioned that Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, or Tony Stark, he's going to make an appearance in the Hulk. Right. In Iron Man, we had Samuel Jackson as another comic book character.
What did you think about that?
Nick Fury. I actually saw it on YouTube before it got taken down. I would have gone to see it at the theater, but I just happened to catch it one day.
What did you think about that scene? I want to get this out of the way real quick.
Again, it's kind of corny in a way.
Was it me? I thought he was like hamming it up too much.
It was Samuel Jackson being Samuel Jackson.
Right.
I don't know how to. I'm so used to him saying his lines that way. You're not the only superhero in the world.
And that's what had me.
And I will lay my vengeance upon you. It's Samuel Jackson being Samuel Jackson.
I mean, watching it when I saw it, it definitely looked like a deleted scene. So
out of the DVD, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna throw a cameo in there, look. Let me put it this way. Mm-hmm. I don't want to sit my ass down in a theater and watch all the credits just for a little 1 minute scene of Samuel Jackson walking out the shadows with a trench coat on and an eye patch. I mean, I'm one of those few people who thought like it's kind of cool, but I'm not crazy about it.
Right.
Now, if you're gonna set something up later on down the line where you're gonna use it, which is what they say they're doing. Mm-hmm. All right, man, go for it. I'm all for it.
I thought it was just too soon. It's like if they were wanting all these movies to eventually lead into the Avengers, I thought, you're kind of spinning your wad because automatically you're already making people, right after they get done seeing a scene like that, they're like, oh, the next one, the Avengers are coming. They're all coming. And at least that's what I want to see because you've already like hyped it up just with that one scene. It's going to be it's going to be disappointing if you don't see any cameos in the next Iron Man. But then again, they said that they're planning to introduce Thor, which I don't get.
No, that's another thing.
To Iron Man 2.
I hate to make this a whole long comic book type thing, but I got to ask you something now.
Right.
Now we got, okay, for people out there who aren't into comics or anything,
right?
They go see Iron Man and they thinking Iron Man's cool because Iron Man is kind of real. Iron Man's a dude that he's like Batman. He's got a lot of money.
It's set like in a Batman Begins type.
Yeah, he can build his shit. He ain't got no superpowers. Because nobody can do this, but we're all thinking, hey man, it might be a possibility if I had $1 billion. It could happen. I could do some shit. Like I could build an army and run around the city and fight crime and shit. Yeah. Your ass would be arrested in a minute. You couldn't do it, but it just makes it more believable that a guy with no superpowers is doing this and just rich. Mm-hmm. Now, if they do this Avengers movie or if they make more Iron Man movies, like Iron Man fights somebody called the Mandarin, which is an ancient Asian wizard.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. And And so that kind of takes me out of there. Now, if they make an Avengers movie, they're taking Iron Man out of something like a real world setting.
Yeah.
And now he has to fight along people like Thor, who comes from the magical land of Asgard or something. I mean, and so I'm thinking, can they really make all this shit fit?
And could they make the audience believe in this, this universe? Besides the geeks that have already bought into it, you imagine you taking your girlfriend or somebody to go see, hey, let's go check out this Avengers movie. Iron Man's in it. She's like, oh yeah, that's gonna be cool. And then she sees Thor,
like
with
some
his
Norse
Goldilocks
god or
flying
something,
around with a hammer, and fighting, sorcerers or whatever villain they can dig up to put in that movie, which I think that's Marvel's biggest weakness is they have like the worst villains ever. And the ones they've already used, Doctor Doom, they completely destroyed that character, but
yeah, I just can't imagine Robert Downey Jr. getting all dressed up in his high-tech $1 billion suit to go out and fight a dude called the Mandarin.
Exactly. I can't see Robert Downey Jr. just on the set, just like going, okay, the first movie was cool, but what the
fighting a
the
goddamn
fuck am I doing now?
A wizard.
I'm fighting a wizard, and do I get to do any? Can I throw like a truck or something at him? How do I fight magical powers with the Iron Man suit again?
They should get somebody out there. I mean, if they're gonna go that far, just make it stupid. Just get somebody out there with a fake beard and a magic wand.
Oh my god,
looking like that wizard off of that Triumph the dog.
Yeah,
the insult dog thing.
The insult comic.
Yeah. Anybody ever see that Star Wars bit where they had that black wizard out there, Black Wolf, the Dragon Master?
Get away from me, you fresh hound!
Come here, fresh hound. It's a black dude out there, dressed up in a big old green robe, and a pointy hat and a fake beard. Was he
eating a filet of fish sandwich?
Eating a filet of fish sandwich and got on got glasses like he just got it like the Vision Eye Center or something.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got glasses.
He has that sound effect when he punches people.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, have Iron Man fight that dude. You know what, man?
What?
I'm at the grocery store.
Oh, no.
And everywhere I'm looking, you're like, what did you steal?
Yeah, what were you taking? What'd you do?
Everywhere I'm looking, on the newsstand, I'm looking at this brother. I thought I would never see this much. Nick Cannon. Just because he married Mariah Carey.
Yeah, what is up with that? And the only thing is, I know who Mariah Carey is. She's a crazy piece of ass. But I mean, Nick Cannon dude, what does he do? I mean, who is he?
That's the thing.
Me. I only know him from that god awful Day of the Dead remake. Anyone out there with a brain, don't even think about picking this up out of curiosity. They remade.
Man, I saw that. It was supposed to be released like 2 years ago or something like that.
God.
And Nick Cannon is in the movie. That's the last thing that he's done, really.
There is a reason for that. And it's all, boy, you talk about horrible films. This goes beyond terrible.
I mean, Nick Cannon he's a singer.
Is he an R&B guy?
He's an R&B guy. Yeah, he's an R&B guy and an actor.
Yeah,
and then those
guys are a dime a dozen these days.
Well, apparently he's good enough to. I tell you, Mariah Carey is hot, man.
You know what?
I might not like her music, but
yeah, she's hot. I'd bang her if I could. But
and that's the kind of chick I'd want in bed too. A crazy chick like that.
I want her to be crazy, and then I want her out the next day.
Exactly. That's the thing. It ain't gonna be that hard to get her out.
Yeah.
You try to tell her, hey, okay, look, I'm busy today. I gotta go. And she's like, no.
Hey, look, baby, did you see that unicorn over there across the street? Go check it out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, boom. Yeah. And can you trying to grab her? Like, look, I told you gotta go now. Get it. Okay, I'm sorry. Stay. Yeah. But nah, I'm just thinking I was like, what was the last thing that Nick Cannon did besides marry fucking Mariah Carey? And now he's all over the news and all over the newspapers and everything.
Hey, it's good publicity. That's the greatest publicity. He's a smart kid. Hey, you get to bang that and take a little bit of that money if things don't work out. Yeah. Cause she doesn't know what the fuck prenup is. She's in love, man. She's gonna make Glitter Part 2. She's just gonna get too damn excited.
You're making it sound like Nick's the bitch in this situation.
Hey, he's the smart one. Hey, I don't blame him.
I just
we know his name now. I mean, I tried to forget his name after watching that Day of the Dead
remake.
But hey, he's playing it smart, and everyone's wondering, this isn't love. It's about money. It's about getting some exposure
and getting your name out there. Yeah, I mean, I hope, man. I would love to see just one stable celebrity marriage.
Not me. Screw them. They're celebrities. Hey, I want them to fail miserably. They're making more money than you and me. What are you talking about? Screw them.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. What am I talking?
What are you talking about?
But I guess what I'm saying is I see Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Right.
By the way, they want Brad Pitt to pay. They were talking about him playing Thor, by the way.
Yeah,
but
luck.
I look at Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and I'm thinking, you know what? They ain't crazy enough for me to hear about them all the time in the news. I mean, they're kind of crazy, but they're not like Tom Cruise crazy.
They almost have like a whole separate career going on right now, just being together and adopting kids and
adopting
that's like
black kids and
now.
Asian kids, and
that's their thing they do now. Yeah, they get paid to be seen and do all their worthy causes.
See, that ain't crazy enough for me. Just because you
I don't care. Yeah.
you collect black babies. That ain't crazy enough for me.
Collect them. Yeah, got to catch them all. Go for it.
Blackie Mon. Gotta get them all, and that's what they doing. Do you think they make their kids fight?
I hope so. I would. Shit. Fight! I dress them up as Mortal Kombat characters. Hell yeah. Go for it. He cut me. Cut him again.
Fatality.
Yeah, fatality. Get over here.
But yeah, that ain't enough for me. I want these celebrity couples to be like Tom Cruise jumping on a couch type crazy. I don't want that kind of that
wish.
shit.
Yeah, and he's even toning it down.
I mean, Brad Pitt on. Yeah, fuck them.
Somebody knocked some sense into his head.
Well, who Brad? I mean, you talking about Tom Cruise?
Tom
toned
Cruise,
down?
yeah.
Yeah, somebody needs to stick a cattle prod to his ass and get him acting crazy again.
Didn't he like go back on Oprah or something like? Trying to tell everyone he's actually a sane person again.
I'm not crazy.
That's too bad, man. Because I tell you what, man, the first time when I said, you know what, this guy is an actor, is when I saw Collateral, and I was like, you know what? Now I can say, hey, I'm a Tom Cruise fan because of Collateral. But right after that, what did he do? Right after that, he did War of the Worlds, probably.
Yeah,
that was the time he went nuts. And after that happened, I was like, what the?
Oh, you know what?
The hell? Yeah.
I'm missing the biggest thing that
What?
to talk about that I meant to bring up.
What? Bring it up.
I might have to re-edit this and put this at the beginning. I'm letting people know now. Yeah, but we saw Indiana Jones.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, how we forget about that?
Well, we saw it. Yeah, but we did a review. So
no, we did our review. We haven't put it up, but
yeah.
It kind of pisses me off, man.
Oh, what does?
It pisses me off that people were jumping online already saying, will Indiana Jones be bad? I mean, people just hearing rumors on the internet and saying,
well, how can you not? Come on.
I know, but I just don't think there were some people who, okay, if you saw the movie and you want to say something about it, fine. What can I tell you? But I just think it's irresponsible when some people get online and they write articles about how the movie might be bad.
You're telling me you want people on the internet to be responsible, Corey?
I know it's a big thing to ask for.
That's crazy talk.
But because, okay, we saw the movie. Movie's not bad.
No, it's exactly what it's meant to be. A summer roller coaster ride of a movie. And that's exactly what it is. You got your Indiana Jones, you got your Indiana Jones theme song, and that's it. It's all you need. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's great.
No.
But I think it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
And that's it. Yeah.
And for people to get online talking about, well, I hear rumor that this movie's bad. And Indiana Jones is it time for him to hang up the hat and whip? And it's like, watch the fucking movie, man.
Yeah, and all that crap is a big ego boost to those people. You know, they want to say, hey, I want to be the first to let people know that this movie is going to be crap because this is how I feel about it. Because there's no way, you can't win with a movie like this. Harrison Ford is too old. Steven Spielberg doesn't want to do it. George Lucas is already saying it's going to be, don't get your expectations up. So yeah, I mean. But
they were talking about, I heard people, there were rumors of Spielberg and Harrison Ford saying, George, talking to George Lucas, we don't know. This is crazy. And I'm looking at this movie, I'm thinking, this is everything that Indiana Jones has done is crazy.
After you watch it, there's nothing that crazy about it. And everything that you think, I mean, there's times in the movie where I'm like, okay, now this could end up real cheeseball corny. But it didn't. It ended like, it was in Spielberg's hands. And he did it justice. And thank God, because only God knows what George Lucas would have done.
George Lucas would have had fucking Jar Jar Binks
space battle with Indiana Jones for no reason.
Indiana Jones, if George Lucas had done this, Indiana Jones would have been CG. He wouldn't even, he would have told her, he would have called Harrison Ford and be like, Harrison, you know, you're 60-something years old. I think I'm just going to make you a CG character.
Exactly. And a year later, we'd have to wait for the super special edition to, you know, for him to fix up all his flaws he did with the special effects.
Yeah. He would have had Jar Jar Binks in the Indiana Jones hat running around.
It's a special cameo. That's bigger than the Nick Fury cameo.
Yeah.
Jar Jar.
Yeah, they would have had fucking Indiana Jones flying
a sculpture of Jar Jar in the tomb or something.
Yeah, flying a fucking TIE fighter or something.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? The movie's getting ready to come out, so the people are gonna.
I actually heard that the script that George Lucas had Indiana Jones go through a time portal, and he was like millions of years in the future.
Oh wow!
I'm joking. I wouldn't.
I was about to say, part of me is like going, "Wow, that sounds terrible," but another part of me is going, "That'd be pretty cool to see."
Ain't that crazy that when I tell you that, knowing George Lucas, what he did
I
was
believe it.
I mean, like I tell you that, and you don't. And the first thing you don't say is, "Man, that's bullshit." You think like, "Really?"
Indiana Jones, the time traveler.
Yeah.
Wow, Doctor Who all over again.
Yeah, no, it's people. It's not a bad movie. I mean,
no, it's a fun movie. I mean,
forget what you've just. I hate to say this because it makes it look like you shouldn't listen to us.
I'm not
going to tell. I'm not going to tell them anything. I'm just going to say, just ignore what you always hear on the internet all the time.
You know,
I mean, you can't go by that all the time.
Those same jackasses that are talking all that crap are probably going to go see that movie more than once.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll have the review up, so we're not going to really say anything right here. Mm-hmm. We will just say it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, fun. I had a lot of fun watching that. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to take my belt off my pants and go around tearing up shit with my belt buckle.
Just don't make sure I'm not in the room when you do that. Right?
You're gonna be my first target.
I got enough bumps on my head as it is.
No, you're gonna be the first one. Shut the fuck up.
You'll never be Indiana Jones, Corey.
I don't want to be. I want to be Waco Coleman.
You're more like Short Round.
Fuck you.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
No time for love, Dr. Jones. You go now.
Indy, I love you.
Yeah, I bet you do, Ken. Hi, Indy.
So what are you looking up there, Corey?
I'm looking up. Let's see. Go into email.
Email time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's a good question. It's a typical question. It'll be
typical.
Yeah, it's very typical. People, I don't think we've ever answered it, but it's a very typical
Let's
question.
Just answer it. Yeah.
It says, this is from Dominic, and Dominic says, "Is there a video game based on a movie that you think is good? If so, what is it?"
Yeesh.
Is there a movie? I mean, is there a video game, not a movie based on a video game, but a video game based on a movie? See, people, the way it works here is that for most movie franchises, they rush these games out to be released with the movie. Right. So what you end up getting is a game that's just not good. One of the most, there's two notorious games out there. Right. Some before these kids were born, way before these kids were born, and some that, and another one that came out, I think, while kids were fairly within the kids' range that come to this site. One of the most notorious video games to ever be released that's based on a movie is E.T.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you're right.
The
Atari
2600 game.
That pointless game.
The game was terrible. I mean, it really was an awful game. I had it when I was a kid.
I think everyone had it. I think you were required to have it when you were a kid.
And I tell you, man, that game was some bullshit. And when I was a kid, I was so young at the time when I got it, but I was trying to make myself like it because I loved E.T. so much. And in that game, all you do is walk around and pick up M&Ms, and you have to find 3 pieces to put together for a ship to come down and get you.
It's funny you say that because, when I was built, I had a piece of the Atari in me, so I can log in there and check out some of the old games that people have played. Don't ask me how, but
I won't.
But I never figured out that damn game. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I just keep seeing that horrible looking ET character go from one edge of the screen to the other, and I'm like,
it was in the game. You had to pick up little M&Ms or Reese's Pieces for energy, but most of the time, the mechanics of the game were so bad that you fell in. Your 2 biggest obstacles were a government guy, which is a guy in a trench coat, which looked horrible, looked like looked like a rotting penis. This thing walking across the screen. And the other were
to get a good enough reason to run.
Yeah, exactly. Run from the rotting penis. And the other was something that didn't even chase you. They had holes that you fell into. And if you fell into a hole, the game was over.
That's it.
And that was it. So of course people just, when the game first came out, after they sold a few, I think they sold a lot at the beginning just based on the name.
Right.
A word immediately got out that it was a terrible game. And the rest of those units, I think they took like 60 million games, maybe even more, and put them in a landfill.
Oh, jeez.
And that game was never seen again after that.
Well, it's funny, yeah.
It's a
I read
collector's
on the
item
internet,
now.
it almost seemed like every kid had that game.
Yeah.
And maybe they were giving it out for free. Like maybe you got them in the mail one day.
Yeah. I actually ordered the game off of eBay because it's a collector's item now. It's like, because one of the worst games ever made.
I thought I was just a big bumbling retard when I was trying to play that damn game.
No, that's a good question, Dominic. The other game that's very notorious is The Matrix. I think for the second Matrix movie.
Yeah. That big old fiasco of a game where it's supposed to unlock secrets to the movie. I was hoping it would unlock a good movie.
Well, let me tell you something, man. They did so much press and promotion for this game. I remember they had a special on MTV, like a 30-minute, hour-long special for this movie, and they went all behind the scenes of the game. I mean, for this game, they went all behind the scenes and everything with Jada Pinkett and that other Asian guy she was in the movie with. And when the game finally came out, not only was the game not all that good, it was okay. Yeah. But the thing that really ruined that game was they rushed it out so fast that it didn't work.
Yeah.
I think they had to release, I don't know how they got around it, but the game was, it was, there were a lot of, like certain doors you couldn't open or something when you went through the game. I don't know, but it wouldn't work.
Jeez.
And I don't know what they did. I don't know if they fixed the game in later units or what.
Because it was used, was it for the 360 at the time?
I think it was for the first Xbox.
Oh, was
it? I think it was for a lot of systems. I think it was for PlayStation 2.
I was curious.
And it's for Xbox. Yeah, but that game quickly, not only did the movie not be very well received, but since the movie wasn't that well received, well, people just came out and just flat out said, well, you know what, this game is fucked up too, so.
I just felt bad for everyone who invested all their money and time into that whole series, because, I mean, I remember seeing a commercial for that game. And if you're a huge Matrix fan, it's like, unlock secrets of the movie, bits of the movie that they filmed for that game. And I'm just, there are a lot of dumbass kids that were just spent their whole wad on all that crap. Only to come out with, I got a game that doesn't work.
Yeah. I hear a lot of kids' games are good. Ratatouille, I heard was okay. But those are kids' games. There's a video game there's a game based on a video, a game based on a movie.
Yeah.
That's not even actually based on the movie. It's just a continuation. Mm-hmm. And it is the Chronicles of Riddick, or Riddick Return to Butcher Bay.
You know what? I have that.
So I played it. I heard that's a great game.
It looks incredible and it's a fun game. Yeah. I can't say, okay, to answer this guy's question, at least in my opinion, Tron will always be the greatest video game movie to come out right after. I mean, I still play that damn game. The light cycles, the spiders, everything. Now, disregard that other, I don't know if you remember that other arcade game that came out where you're,
Disc of Tron.
The Disc of Tron. Yeah.
Actually,
did you like that?
That was one of my favorite games for a while.
Oh, really?
I was really young, but I was great at that game. And I remember being at, I went to Disneyland, and because the game stood up. You walked into the game.
You're standing up in it.
And I was kind of short, so I could barely look. But I remember playing that fucking game, man. I had a crowd of people around me because I was so good at that game. Mm-hmm. And I think now that's the game that made me feel like I was like, I'm Tron.
Are you serious? Well, playing the Tron arcade, the original one, I was so waiting to get sucked into the Tron world. To play those damn games. I was like, all right, this is it. This is where I beat my top score. Oh yeah, come on, take me. And it never happened.
All right. So we have this other email here from Alvin, and Alvin says he came across the YouTube trailer for Hancock, and he wants to know, he says, do you think it's going to be a good movie, or is it just going to be another superhero ripoff? And that's from Alvin.
All right. Well, I'm curious. What are your thoughts about this whole Will Smith superhero movie?
Well, I know you're looking at me.
I'm waiting.
I'm one of those guys who, the moment I saw that trailer where he picked up that whale and threw it into that sailboat out in the ocean, I was hooked. And I was thinking, okay, this could just be a one-note movie full of these kind of gimmicks.
Right.
Or it could be something cool. And after seeing the extended trailer for it, which it's hilarious to me. This is one of the movies that I'm really looking forward to this summer. I think this is going to be one of those movies that no one was thinking about for a while. It's going to come out of nowhere to be one of the biggest hits this summer. Maybe, maybe not, but it's Will Smith. He's still hot, man. Everybody likes Will Smith. In this movie.
It's funny you say that. He's still hot.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about, you childish son of a bitch. But I mean, when I say hot,
Really?
he's A-list actor, man.
I guess so. You consider him A-list? I guess he is.
Are you
considered.
kidding? Will Smith? Yeah, Will
You know
Smith
what? It's
is.
funny because, no, you're right. You're right about him being an A-list. Except I could never put him in an A-list celebrity actor.
Do you know how much money each one of his
hey, you know what?
movies bring in?
I know what kind of crazy money he brings in, but to me, he's always playing himself, and I just don't care. You know, I find it kind of annoying sometimes.
Well, he's one of those guys who, yes, he plays himself. I mean, I think he's been required to stretch that a couple of times.
Right.
Ali, his first movie, 6 Degrees of Separation.
Right. And it's funny because, you know what? You always bring that movie up when it comes to Will Smith for some reason.
Because it's one of his best movies.
But he did it like how many years ago?
I know, but
It's about what he's doing right now, Corey.
it's about what he's capable of doing. And I think he has an answer.
script
But,
he's- yeah.
but what I'm getting at is Will Smith he's an A-list actor. He brings in money.
Right.
This movie looks like it has a pretty good hook.
Yeah, no, you're right.
For those who don't know, and it's Will Smith, I don't know how you don't, but Will Smith plays a guy with superpowers.
He's a bum.
But he's an alcoholic. He's a bum. He comes in whenever he tries to help a situation. He ends up often making it worse, and no one likes him. He's the opposite of Superman. He looks like a crackhead. I mean, he's seriously.
Well, you know what? Okay, I did a blog about this. The blog I did right when I first saw a poster for this, I was like, why are these guys ripping off Tyrone Biggums?
Yeah, and Tyrone Biggums is Dave Chappelle on his show. He played a crackhead.
He played a crackhead.
And he looks like that.
Yeah, and he drinks the Red Balls, and Red Balls gives him superpowers, or he's like lifting up buses to get quarters and like smashing in windows to steal car radios. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather see a Tyrone Biggums movie with him being a superhero than a Will Smith, because, you know, I feel like I'm going to get the typical, I definitely think there's a Will Smith formula when it comes to these movies that he's in, you know?
What do you think the formula is here?
Well, it's like, hey, let's show, Will Smith as a, you know, down and out, bum. And then all of a sudden somebody gives him a conscience, and then he tries to become a superhero, which is, you know, that second trailer, it shows him trying to clean up his act.
I'm sure that's the case, but it depends on how they do it. I know it probably plays on some old themes, but if you can entertain me, it's just like what we said with Indiana Jones. Nothing new that we've seen.
Right.
But if you can give us what we're kind of looking for.
Cause I thought like the whale, I think it's just, I'm just not a fan of Will Smith. I think that's what at least for
why
me.
You hating on Will Smith?
I'm not a Will Smith fan. Period.
Got too much money for you? Not giving you any?
No, I just don't think he's he just doesn't do anything for me. Like when I see him on screen, yeah, I can understand that he's charismatic, but I just don't care. You know?
First I thought you were going to say when I see him on the street.
When I see him on the street, I just want to punch him. No, because I mean, hey, now I'm not insulting his, you know, his real life personality, persona, or whatever. I just when he's on the screen, he really doesn't do anything for me. You know, he's just Will Smith. He's being the charming guy. He'll throw in his lines that I'm sure he writes for himself. He throws in the script, and he just doesn't really. He doesn't have any real presence for me. You know, like I Am Legend. I thought he did a decent job for a good part of that movie, and then there's a point where he just lost me. I think is that one scene where he's looking at that cartoon and he starts mimicking it, and from there that his character just kind of he lost me.
No, that's what I said. In every one of his movies, he has Will Smithisms that he puts
exactly
in there. Some Fresh Princeisms that he.
And you know, and that's the problem, because that automatically takes me out of the movie, and I just don't care anymore.
Well, I would sort of agree with you that Will Smith, I get tired of seeing him do the same thing over and over again, unless there's a movie he's in that's suited for him. I Am Legend was more of a brooding, serious character. This is a funny character. I like Will Smith when he's lighthearted. I like the way the movie's filmed. It's directed by Peter Berg, who did Friday Night Lights and The Rundown. And he recently did, I think he did The Kingdom. And the way he films this movie,
that was a great movie.
Yeah, when he films this movie looks like it's filmed. Some scenes have sort of the shaky cam, like someone's on the spot filming Will Smith do all these fucked up heroic acts. But I'm looking forward to the movie. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I like I like the scenario. It does put a spin on the superhero, a bum superhero, which is cool. Like I said, Tyrone Biggums, this is about as close as I can get to that.
To a Tyrone Biggums movie. I don't know how many people said they were looking for a Tyrone Biggums movie.
Hey, I'm definitely still looking forward to that.
It's nice. I think it's a good fit for a summer full of superheroes, which are played as superheroes.
And you know what? It does definitely cater to the whole summer movie. But yeah, you know what? It did kind of remind me of that, my superhero ex-girlfriend.
My super ex-girlfriend?
My super ex-girlfriend. Yeah, it did kind of give me hints of that to where.
And you know something, man?
I can see them going a little too far with the superhero.
In that movie, I didn't think it was a bad movie, so maybe I'm just not asking for a whole lot. But anyway, I'm looking forward to Hancock. You hate Will Smith because he's got more money than you.
Yeah, I'm not a Will Smith fan, but more than likely I'll probably see it. So
okay.
Hopefully, hey, I'm willing to give the guy one more chance.
None of us want to see a bad movie.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, so we got one more email here. And I told everyone I'm going to start doing this thing. I was going to do it last week, but we got it done kind of late. I'm just going to start answering people's relationship questions with a blog every week because
because we're so well informed in the
because we are so exactly
doing the right thing, right?
We are such role models for relationships.
Yes.
I don't even know who this guy is. I forgot to put his name down. I usually
he's a man with no name.
Is the man? Maybe it's best that he.
Maybe it's best that
he doesn't get known.
God knows what his problem is.
Well, I'm not.
Can't get it up, Corey. Co-host, what do I do?
Viagra, my man.
Hey, good.
Viagra. That's my answer for everything.
Corey has the same problem.
My mother died. I have problems relating to women now. Viagra. Shut up and get some Viagra.
Yeah. Don't turn into Norman Bates, please.
I'm having sex with my mother's skeleton. What do I do? Viagra.
Yeah.
Plenty
of it. You'll need it.
Yeah, looking at that thing, you're going to need some Viagra. Okay, let's see what we got here. The email is so long. I'm just going to sum it up, man.
Really?
I'm just going to sum it up. I'm not going to read this whole fucking book he wrote.
Let's hear it.
Basically, what happens is this guy met a girl at a party.
That's your first problem.
Yeah, exactly. Viagra. and a year later, the girl calls him. And not only does she call him and say that, hey, I want to talk. I know it's been a long time. She also says, I'm kind of in the mood and I want to have relations with you.
I want to get it on.
Sexual relations.
I want sex.
And so this guy's, he's asking, and rightfully so, he's saying, now, do you think she's just kind of joking, or do you think this is something I should follow through with? And my answer is going to be...
After a year?
After a year. Think about this. I'm curious to hear what you got to say.
Okay, now after a year, this guy better ask for some photos. He better check that background. He better make sure, this chick hasn't gotten pregnant at any point,
Yeah, exactly. And she's going to blame him because the daddy ran off.
She's looking for a daddy right now. There's no telling.
No,
there's a lot that can go wrong after a year.
It's real easy, man. First of all, don't do what I would do. Because my ass would be over there. I'd be the kind of guy who'd go over there and it would be some sort of scam to rip me off or something.
You call, I'm here. Ready to bang.
Yeah, she'd have her two brothers there waiting to beat my ass and rip me off and steal whatever I got on me. I would, but to do the common sense thing is very easy. Just tell her, let's just go out somewhere. You meet her in public and you have lunch with her and it's very casual and you talk to her. And then the second time, if you meet out in public, like let's meet at Chick-fil-A in the mall or something. That way you can kind of, and make sure it's a crowded place because you want to make sure you walk up and hide behind a plant or something to see if she's ugly. And if that's the case, you just leave her there and walk off. Go buy yourself a Chick-fil-A sandwich and walk off.
Because come on, I mean, think about it. Jesus. You're going to be all right there, Corey?
That's the sound he's going to make if he sees her and she's ugly.
I didn't know I was dating Two-Face. What the hell happened? It's in all seriousness. Just meet out in public. Yeah,
be nice to her.
Meet her out in public. And,
if you're interested,
give her a look over, make sure all her body parts are still there.
Yeah. And if you two, I mean, even if all her body parts are there, if you like her, for whatever reason you like her, you might be a chubby chaser, my man. I don't know.
Who knows? Hey,
whatever you.
Not that that's a bad thing, people, but
no,
hey,
that ain't. No, yeah.
I take whatever I can get.
I always like a woman with a lot of ass. But, no, if you like her, you might like her personality.
Right.
She might be somebody cool you just gel with. I don't know.
All I'm thinking is like, what went wrong that whole year that she's calling your ass back after a year?
I'm wondering. Now, I'm going to say that, like, this whole year, she couldn't find anything else.
I know. It's like, wow.
And she got to call your ass up after she met you at a party. But who knows, man? Stranger things have happened.
That's true.
I mean, she might have just broke up with somebody. She's going through some stuff, and she found his number out of some, I don't know.
He's the only guy that listened to my boring stories.
Yeah, she pulled, maybe it was a year ago, she put her summer pants away, still had numbers in there, cause she don't wash her clothes. And she put those pants back on one day and said, hey, who is this? Oh, it's him.
She's scratching her ass one day.
Yeah, she's scratching
and going, hey, what's this? Oh, a number. Oh, that's a guy's number.
Yeah, she looks at it and says, hey, I remember this guy. I just broke up with a guy. I haven't had anything in a while. Let's meet. But it is kind of crazy that she's saying, ooh, I can't wait to have sex with you after a year.
After a year,
yeah, my man, you better check that's what I'm saying. Check
Do your homework, yeah.
You don't want to pass anything
some
up.
Research, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she might be like Mariah Carey.
Exactly. Crazy 1 year, and then, but hey, you can still bang her. I know the parts down there don't go too crazy, but
unless she got teeth or something down there, I don't know. It could be like that movie.
Yeah, but there's you can use protection.
Protection against teeth.
Always use protection, kids. Exactly.
And brush and floss your vagina.
Yeah, brush and floss down there anytime you.
All right, so that.
Yeah, do your homework, dude. Yeah, get her in a public place and make sure she has all her teeth and she's not walking around with any kids. Ask her, hey, number one, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a husband? Do you have kids? Do you have a job?
Meet her at the doctor's office.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, say, let's have lunch. She's like, where? Well, I have a good doctor and a gynecologist whose office we should probably meet into. Let's go. Yeah. So anyway, that's okay. You got the message.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very simple answer. Meet her out in public somewhere. Mm-hmm. So that's our show, man.
That's it?
That's it.
I'm just not getting into this. And it's over?
It's over. Sorry.
Damn.
Sorry, man. It's done.
Oh, well.
Now you're into it.
Now I'm into it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was a little hesitant, but hey, that was fun. That was fun, Corey.
No,
maybe somewhere down the road we'll do this again.
We'll cross paths again.
We'll join forces.
My mechanical friend. So, well, I'm glad you had a good time, man.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So we are going to just say goodnight. Pick up all these Pennzoil cans.
Why do I have to pick it up, man? You came down here bothering me. Clean up my mess.
Like I said, I enjoyed you though. I hope we get to do it again. So that's our show, people.
Yep.
And as Carlisle says every week, excuse me.
Go to hell.
What'd you say?
Go to hell.
Go to hell.
Learn how to work your board.
That's what I say to him. Go to hell. But for all you lovely people out there, we will simply say good night.
See you later, chumps.
You gotta be so mean, man. Damn.